I don't really need Streamlabs to show me the chat anymore. I have a solution for that. I have endless solution. Also, I have coffee this time. So good for that. Makes me very happy. Three new followers within the past 3 days, 4 days. That's nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this information, but thank you for telling me, Streamlabs. I appreciate it. I have been almost completely unproductive today. The only thing I did was I took an image I made last night and I expanded upon it a little bit. That's it. So that's the original. That's what I did last night. And then here's the expanded version. Spot all the differences if you can. Still probably should have done a little something over here, but you know, I didn't. So we're just back on these vines here. Back to not remembering that I don't have scrubby zoom anymore. So that's cool. I'm gonna make a quick adjustment to this thing. I got a new app here. It pretty much puts the chat room somewhere where I can see it. There we go. It's a little more aesthetically pleasing for me. So, you can't see the chat in the stream, but it's there. Just, invisible to you. It's excluded. It's had its rights to be seen revoked. RIP. So yesterday when I was working on these vines, I was just trying to make them look wild. Still working on that. I feel like I should stick with the kind of vines I know There's certain kind of vines that is commonly found growing in garages or around garages. Not like the kind of garage you have at your house. I'm talking like professional garage. What's the name for it? Let's see if I can't find it. No. It's probably something like Virginia creeper. Let's see. Oh, this is one of them. Virginia creeper looks really cool in this picture in particular. See, when you see it at the garage, it doesn't look very nice. Mostly because of its surroundings, mostly because of the context. But in these pictures, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at this. That's nice. Or this. No, not that. Want this. Tell me I can't date? There we go. Look at that. That's some nice Virginia creeper right there. The accents of the greens amid this wall of red. Oh, this is lovely. Maybe I should delete these vines and just do this. I mean, kind of hard to argue with Virginia creeper here. I mean, look at that. That's great. These colors are nice. I'll think on it. Maybe I'll figure out how to put some leaves on here eventually. Hasn't really been made all that wild down here. Let's fix that. I really just need to make it look rough and rugged. This isn't 8-bit art, so it's okay. The difference between pixel art in general and 8-bit is if I try and convert this to 8-bit color mode, probably would lose a lot of colors. Let's find out. $256. Oh no, a lot of those colors are still there, but how's it look? I mean, a lot of thing that was not pattern is now pattern here, so that's neat. becomes patterns in there. But I think it's gonna get to a point where, you know, maybe not, who knows. I'm not gonna convert it to 8-bit though, I'm just gonna leave it full color range. I think I've got plenty of experience with limited colors anyway. Damn it. I will never stop talking about how I will never get used to that. It's the current focus on my life. There's nothing else. Nothing else matters. Not my declining art career. Not my poor health. Not my lack of prospects or lack of coffee, which I have some now, so I can get over that real easy. It's not any of the projects I'm working on, none of it. It's my only focus in life is the fact that I cannot use Scrubby Zoom when streaming. You need to hear about it. You have to. You're obliged. You're obligated. You wouldn't leave me hanging, would you? You probably would. I mean, not on purpose. You just wouldn't know that I'm hanging to prevent me from hanging. So, you know, no big deal. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't think about it, you know? Don't worry about it. Be happy. Now, should I grab... No. Let's grab the brightest green from here, which is this. Grab it again. And just go a little brighter. So that way I can add some highlight here. That way it's not totally dark all over the place. See, now it's starting to look more three-dimensional. Starting to look more like... I mean, it's already kind of looked very wild and very alive. Very healthy vines. I see the doctor twice a year. Get the routine checkup. Their doctors are very pleased with how healthy they are. And also miffed because that means they don't really get to charge them extra for treatment. Sucks. You know, the vines can't complain. Vines are happy. Happy vines. See, look, it's got a smiley face. See that? Big happy vine. Big happy smiling vine. It's good. Not a care in the world. I wish I was like these vines. I could use a few less cares. I think I got one too many. Would you like to borrow some cares and concerns from me? And possibly never bring them back? That would be cool. I'd appreciate it. No, really, I insist. I've got lots. I've got plenty. I don't need them. You can have them. No, really, you must. You're obliged. You have to. But thou must. But thou must. Who am I talking to? I'm not talking to anyone, it's just me. There is no one. I'm talking to the future archive viewers who may or may not watch this after the stream is over. That's who. Let's look at this in full view. How's that? I don't like it. I don't like it. No. I need to make those bright spots less bright. Until that happens, I can't get into it. Don't like it. Not into it. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hi. I can finally see the chat without having to tab out. So, I get instant real-time notification of when someone is in the chat. You, however, get you know, late chat response from me because of the latency. So, you know, gotta find your little speaker. Maybe it's just me, because I don't really have my mic turned up all the way. I've got it down. Maybe I can like boost it just a little bit. I'm not gonna go too far. I'll get up to like minus 7.2. That's as far as it's going. I'm so worried because my original streams that I used to do with that lapel mic, it was just really loud, and I don't want to be that loud. I'm not projecting my voice either. What the fuck is this? Where the fuck did these pink come from? What? I don't remember these being here. Hold on. What? I need to confirm. Well. I have no idea where this came from. Those pink pixels? They weren't there when I first made... You know what? Who cares? They're there now. I don't know if they, like, take away from the image or not. So I'm just gonna deal with it. Would you stop being a nuisance? Thank you. So I need to dull down these brighter pixels. Mars sent me pink pixels as a declaration of war, because that's what Mars does. It burns, but only a little bit. It burns, but only with Stickleton. Duking it out. The 40th Grand Prix. Please remember, use scroll wheel and alt to zoom. Please. Please. Not you, me. I need to remember. I won't. But I'll complain about not remembering, because that's cool. That's what the people want. They want complaints. People love complaints. They love complaining. Pencil, can you confirm or deny? Complaining's cool, right? People like hearing people complain. Oh man, I love it. I love being the subject of complaint. That's the best. Kind of reminds me of a song by Voltaire. The fact that it's only you and me. Oh geez, I forgot to turn something back on. Which was that. Everything's good now. We're good. Look at that. You don't get to see the ugliness of a layer being removed. Removed. That's a little more tolerable. I can tolerate that better. That makes me much happier. I love overrated things. Nirvana? Best band. Stairway to Heaven? I mean, come on, my dad was listening to that on the way to the hospital when I was being born. Of course I love that song. It's proof that I am a man of great importance and destiny. The fact that my dad was listening to Stairway to Heaven on the way to the hospital. Oh. Oof. Alright, this actually should be a little darker, I think. No, because it's down in the corner. Were you really? That's great. You haven't had any urges to, murder anyone, have you? It's okay, I have. I think everyone has. You can tell me your secrets. Imagine just being born on the day that OJ was being chased in his Bronco has actual astrological effects on your well-being, on your personality, the much in the same way being born under the certain star signs and planets being aligned, when you're born under the sign of Cancer, you become you become me. When you're born under the sign of OJ being chased by the police in his Bronco, uh, you become OJ adjacent. That's cool, man. That would that would make for a really, you know, I could imagine like some sort of cartoon or a comic or something where like characters are born on the same day some newsworthy event was happening and it actually altered their character. Like every character is based off of those events because they were born on the day those events were happening. That would be. I'm not saying I would watch it because I probably shouldn't, but I would be interested to learn about it. I think there's a lot of stuff where I'm more willing to learn about it than I am to actually look into it. The light green speckled over here? You mean there? Like right here? I can't zoom in any more than this, I'm sorry. Or do you mean like up there? Or perhaps you mean in here someplace. Like there. Pretty sure there's light green here too. Look at that. Is there light green there too, or am I seeing? Oh yeah, look. It's a little splash of green all over the place. You're gonna grow up with humongous hands. Yowie hands, as we used to call them in high school. I don't know if that's still a thing. I'm not even sure how late your messages are, or how late my reply to your messages are, because your messages are coming in real time. But my response, not so much. So I'm reading this, I'm like, are we even on the same page? Like here, we're gonna do an experiment just to see how bad the latency is. I'm going to count to 3. And when I say 3, you enter 3 into the chat. And I'll let you know what the latency is. So give me a second. Let me bring up like a timer here. Timer. Alright, here we go. Wait, no. This is not what I want. I want stopwatch. Different. Yeah. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's find out what the latency is. In the meantime, what else should I be doing? I guess I should be trying to figuring out how to do the leaves on these. bringing up that Virginia Creeper leaf style. I think I'll do it on another layer just in case I don't like it. I don't actually remember what these things look like now. I need to go back and look them up. Virginia Creeper. Okay, time. A whole minute and 18 seconds. That's some incredible latency. I probably can fix that in the future, but for the time being, I'll just have to abide. Okay, so this is what Virginia Creeper looks like. Okay, I see now. Bring in a reference picture here. Maybe two. I mean, damn, look at these. Look at this Virginia Creeper. It's good. I like it. So I guess I'm kind of doing it right. It's very star-shaped. The one really big leaf towards the end there. This isn't true Virginia Creeper because Virginia Creeper is nothing but leaves, and this is just a few leaves. Almighty latency. Almighty latency! That sounds like a powerful move right there. Apparently it's supposed to snow soon. I have my doubts. Every time it snows, it melts almost immediately the next day. Almighty latency could almost be a move in a video game where all the developers are like, we gotta make something original, man. Hey, what if there was a move where everything you say or do, like the action of the move is actually super delayed, and no one knows you do it until it's too late? I feel like that's the kind of move that would end up getting nerfed, but I mean, it seems like a neat concept. Game devs, hire me. I have been rejected by many game developers. They can't keep me out forever. They can't. They absolutely cannot. They will rue the day. And when they rue the day, they're gonna be like, ah, man, I guess we gotta bring him in. We gotta have him. And they'll be right. They do have to have me. I'm their last chance. I'm their only chance. I can save the industry. Single-handedly. That'll be me. because I was born on the same day my dad was listening to Stairway to Heaven. That's proof. That's proof. I guess the leaves look alright. I mean, they still need to be detailed a little more, but they don't look bad. I forget what it was. It was like BBC Earth or something like that. Or doing a little clip on giant lily pads that have these really nasty barbs on the bottom of each leaf. They clear out spaces for themselves. It's pretty interesting looking. Very intelligent plant. When I was watching it, I almost half thought the plant was going to be carnivorous. If I step on this thing, is it going to like try and eat my foot? Because that's what it looked like it was going to do. Apparently not. I just need to not get pricked by the bottom and I'll be fine, I guess. That's better. It's better suited over there. I feel like it definitely could use more leaf. This quantity of leaves is very paltry. But I don't want to hide too much of the vine. I don't know. What do I do? Man. I'll sleep on the creep for now. What other plants am I supposed to be doing? Did I forget any others? No? Okay. Well, what else is there to do here? Oh yeah, I forgot to do the stairs up here. I mean, that was pretty self-evident. So I guess I'll just grab that for now. Remove color dynamic. Cyclopean stairs. I don't know what it is with me and stairs, but I seem to need to have them in almost everything I do. Forever climbing. Call me the Stairmaster. Damn, it all makes sense. Of course it's because of Stairway to Heaven. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, jeez. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. It all needs a scattering brush right about now, because that's what I'm going to use to make these stairs colorful. And there we go. Look at that noise. Noise texture. Aw, do love me some noise texture. Noise texture is very nice. Mm-hmm. Now to go on the stairs below. We'll go ahead and grab this color. Lovely. Now we're gonna grab that one again. We're going to not scroll all the way to the other side of the image, because that's not where I'm working. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Go eat your dinner. Not that you wouldn't know that I told you to go eat your dinner unless it takes you less than a minute to go retrieve and possibly devour. I guess I should probably lighten up that stair up there a little bit. Yeah, the stairs are looking proper. Where's the stairs again? Ah, jeez, is it this layer? I think so. Good. Yes. These stairs look very stair-like. This is good. Hmm. Hmm. Guess I'll grab this. Maybe grab that. Help differentiate the stair from everything else. I'll go ahead and get this desaturated green involved. Helps with definition. If only I could make it define without being too bright. That'll look much better. Like this. This is a little better. Got mole eyes, man. I can't stand being exposed to things so bright. Like, look at that orange. Oh, jeez, can't look at it. Can't. Horrible. Guess I'll do the opposite with darker colors around here. But we'll pick this color and this color. There we go. There, the stairs have more definition. They look like they belong there. What else is up there? The jars? Yeah, the jars. Couple of jars. Kind of have half a mind to like leave this stuff here. Looks interesting. I probably won't, but so this should be stair way to heaven. Good. And jars or pots. Gotta make it so that way Link is comfortable being here. Gotta give him a little taste of home. Not that Link would ever be here, because he's not my IP. He's not my intellectual property, and I'm not a fan artist. That drawing of myself that I made, originally it was supposed to say something like, "Y'all just want me to do this, don't you?" I was gonna show a little bit of fan art. This is what you want. This is what you want. Okay. Two earthen clay jars. I think this one. Gonna work on this one first. And we're gonna do both scattering and color dynamic because I guess I'm a little insane. I don't know how that constitutes insanity, but we'll just go with it. I sympathize with this song. I'm not going to tell you what it is because if you don't know, then it's your own fault. That looks 3D enough. What new color can I introduce? Perhaps a little bit of this green. Yeah. I guess I can go in and start refining this one. And then I'll go work on the other. Still have yet to figure out how I want to decorate this jar. Assuming it's gonna get decorated at all. I cannot seem to get enough of using purple for shadowing. Purple and violet is just such good colors. They really add a sort of dreaminess that I cannot begin to describe in words. I do quite enjoy dreamy aesthetics. I'm just gonna crack this jar a little bit. It's fine. This lets the player of this game that does not exist know that they can break this. There we go. I like how still the chat is, because that means Stairway to Heaven is going to be burned into my screen. Which is a very good song to have permanently burned into your screen. It's cool. I should probably grab this grid. That's a little better. Alright, now for this other one. Maybe this one will be green. Who knows? Let's try it out. Lovely. Since this is back here in the corner, probably should have some consideration to the jar in front of it as far as shading is concerned. No. Give me this color instead. Yeah, it's a little better. Just a little bit of spit shine there. That's what that is. Drag this down just a hair. Let's see how accurate this is. Wow. I did it. I made it happen. I made the dream real. Oh, look. You have returned. I have no idea what I'm looking at, though. Looks like a gummy bear. Hard to say. He's almost dancing to the beat of the music I'm listening to. It's rather strange. Wait, can you hear it? No, you can't. Because I don't have that enabled. I'm suspicious of you all of a sudden. Got my eye on you, kid. Watch yourself. Go in a mirror and just watch. If your reflection blinks when you don't, you'll know. You should always watch yourself. If your reflection blinks when you don't, you'll know you're like me. You are the scorpion on your own frog's back. Well, that begs the question, are you the reflection? Are we in the mirror world? Oh. Ooh. Spooky knowledge. You're a reflection of your former self. Kind of reminds me of a quote I read the other day. Not that this quote reminds me of you, but this quote's been on my mind ever since I read it. The quote went, "Hell is when you die, you see the man you could have been and realize that you were never even his shadow." Oof. That hurt. That hurts a lot. Now I'm worried. I'm genuinely worried about dying and seeing this man, and then breaking down on account of it. I actually have an idea for an image because of that quote. No exit? Let's look it up. I haven't read it, but I will look it up. No exit. Existentialist French play. That is the most French phrase I've ever read. Existentialist French play. Good. I'll add it on my Goodreads reading list. This is now on my want to read list, which is a very lengthy list. And it's not that lengthy. It's 120 books long. You can check it out here if you so fancy. See if there's any books in there that might interest you. I've been trying to get more into reading books lately. So I have, right now I'm currently getting through some poetry by Longfellow. I'm reading Hagakure. I'm thinking about doing an audiobook version of that because none exists. Even though no one's going to pay me for it, which is kind of par for the course for me anyway. That there's a lot of, some fictional stuff, some very art-centered stuff, some non-fiction history, things concerning geography and animals, science and disease. Not because of the plague, it's just something I've always wanted to look into and never got around. So the fact that there is a plague going on right now is purely coincidental to the fact that I have books on that reading list. I recently picked up some books from Savers, actually, and Goodwill. But Savers in particular had some really nice selection. Like, amongst the ones from Goodwill, let me take a look here, because I got some of them over here on my desk. Bible pictures and what they teach us. This book is really heavy for its size. Like, I'm holding it now, and I just, every time I pick it up, I'm surprised how heavy it is. You know, because I have books of similar size that are not this heavy. This is as heavy as my dictionary, and it's bigger than this. Think about that for a second. That's fascinating. But it's got a whole bunch of biblical imagery, a lot of really great art, a lot of great paintings and drawings, etch renderings for print making of paintings. I mean, this stuff is just really good. It's really, really good. Yeah, it's dense with the power of Christ. And then I got this other book, which I picked up from Savers, and I did not anticipate finding this. Oh, please. I apologize for the noise that must have created. A book here called A History of the Ostrogoths. I don't know if you know who the Goths are, but they're the people that sacked Rome in a day from the northern regions of Europe. Not like Norse, but more like, you know, Germany, Poland kind of areas. That's where the Goths were, generally speaking. Southern Poland featured the Vandals, and it is from them that we get the term vandalism, which was a term of contempt because the Vandals would come down and they would raid and pillage and burn things down and knock over statues. And so that's where we get the term vandalism. The reason we got the term Goth, as we know it today, was because when they were building things like Notre Dame de Paris, they were kind of just disgusted by how garish it was, some of the very puritanical sorts out there, and they thought it was like just over the top, and they kind of just deemed it like Gothic architecture, you know, with contempt. It was a very contemptuous phrase back then. So I guess the aesthetic sort of changed and stuck in ways. It's really amazing, you know, because you look at Goths today and there are a bunch of these fucking emo pansy bitches, and then you look at the Goths from way back when, and they are a bunch of fucking barbarians. Take a guess which one I have more respect for. But yeah, the Ostrogoths, the Visigoths, the regular Goths, the Vandals, they were all around during the time of the Scythians, the Aryans, the Rus, who else was there? The ancient Romans, you know. What layer is that? Is that on there? Okay, I was confused about this dark spot right here. But I was very surprised to find a book about the Ostrogoths at Savers. Like, I was kind of expecting to find books that I'd have little to no interest in. And I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know what to call this guy. I can't call him Player 1. I guess I'll call him Player 1 for the time being. That's better. No. No. Guess I'll just use the pen tool for this part. That's not quite right. That book is as dense as the red velvet cake I made for myself for my birthday. Because no one else was going to make that cake anyway. So I made it myself. It was good. It was very thick though. I mean, it was dummy thick. It was meme thick. You cannot comprehend just how ridiculously thick this red velvet cake was. It was so good though. I've never made cake before, not on my own anyway. So the fact that it came out so good and so dense, it's like Providence. Honestly, I don't even know if I could like advise you on how to make it as thick as I did, because the way I normally cook, the way I normally do anything that involves the creation of food, it's mostly improvisation. Oh man, you have no idea. You have no idea. I don't even know if I want to keep this here, this back plate. Maybe I will. Trying to keep like this very minimalistic armor. I really hate a lot of modern design for fantasy game armor. Just fantasy armor in general. It's like a lot of it has to try really hard. But yeah, that red velvet cake, like, you know how thick brownies are? They were thicker than that. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had really thick brownies, but I've had some brownies that were pretty thick, and they did not come close to being as thick as my red velvet cake. And honestly, to tell you the truth, that is probably just a product of the fact that I didn't necessarily follow the recipe to the T. I kind of just winged it a little bit, which is what I normally do. I don't do exact measurements or any of that crap. I just, oh yeah, just toss in the ingredients and it'll come out fine. And it normally works out. Food coloring. That's what gives it the red color. It's I'm not really sure what, I mean, it's kind of more like, it does have chocolate in there, but it's more, it's made with cream cheese. That's the thing. I think it's cream cheese or it's sour cream. It might be sour cream. Let me look this up real quick. Uh, Red velvet cake recipe. I'm pretty sure it's sour cream. And here's the thing, I didn't really like go out of my way to make any particularly special variation on this. I was just, give me something straightforward, something simple. This might have been it. Let's see. White sugar, eggs, vanilla, cocoa powder, food coloring, buttermilk. I don't think I used buttermilk. I think I just used butter and milk. Shortening. Maybe this isn't the one that I made. The one that I made used sour cream. I know that for a fact. Anyway, the batter was really just, oof, man. That was really difficult to blend all the ingredients together. Milk and vinegar. That sounds very strange. Then again, well, I wouldn't even say what I've made, my variation on golden milk, I wouldn't even say that's all that strange. I make this really, I make milk and eggs. And you're supposed to, you know, if you want to like work on bodybuilding type stuff or like muscle development and you want some high protein drink, a lot of people will tell you to just drink raw eggs. You can do that if you can get them down, by all means. It works, but it's kind of disgusting because it's got the consistency of vomit, and so your gag reflexes kind of go, oh geez, this is just like vomit. That must mean you're vomiting right now, right? So yeah, you're just not going to be able to choke this down. So what you do instead is you take, you know, your eggs and you blend them together with milk, and it actually becomes rather palatable. It's a lot like it's like really plain eggnog. I mean, like just this plainest, most flavorless eggnog you can make possible. It's not bad. I tend to take it a little further and add just like a sliver of butter, not much, but some butter. And then I'll add like a touch of turmeric and cinnamon. Which helps give it some flavor and color, and some walnut oil just for a little extra fat. Ooh, it's actually really good. If you manage to get the perfect balance, it's delicious. If you don't get the balance right, it becomes very difficult to get down because it's a lot. It's a bit much. But it's good. Yeah, it's golden milk is traditionally, I think, an Indian thing. Indian as in India, not as in Native American. I tend to make that distinction. But and you can pretty much immediately tell if you know a bit about cuisine and geography, where foods come from around the world, which is why the pragmatistic schools that teach pragmatism, they consider cooking one of the most pragmatic lessons you can teach kids, because you teach them chemistry, you teach them math, you're teaching them a very useful skill that they can take with them and use anytime. And it also gives them an opportunity to teach them a little bit about history, geography, trade routes and things of that nature, how the world was built upon certain things. And so you kind of get a little more information about the dishes that you prepare in that way. But if you don't know, turmeric is a root herb which is traditionally used in Indian cuisine. So that's how you would be able to tell that golden milk has its origins in India. I think it's India. Oh no, I might be getting that wrong. Let me check. Golden milk. Golden milk. Tell me I did not just say all of that and get it wrong. Turmeric milk. Where'd it go? I was just there. Culinary. Milk. Yeah, Thai cuisine is used in a hot drink. Hindi. Okay, so yeah, this very well might have been an Indian drink, or it could have been Thai. Either way. Yeah, turmeric is delicious. I put it in my coffee. I do cinnamon and turmeric in my coffee because it gives it a really nice earthy and sweet taste to it. Plus turmeric is actually really great for combating inflammation, which is crucial for me specifically. But yeah, it's good. I like it. So I just need to close this off. I'm not going to do the cape on this layer because I'm going to do something special about that. Yeah, do it. Get your caffeine fix, man. But thou must. Thou must. think this... No. This needs to be fixed. That's a little better. Where the hell? Here? Was it here? It's up there. Okay, I see. It's up here. Wrong. Wrong layer. Good. Did I give this guy 3 fingers or 4? Oh, jeez. I gotta go back and look. 4. Okay. This is good intel. So I actually need to space these a little more correctly. There we go. This sword just had a circular pommel with which he can end his foes rightly. And with which I can screw up. This needs to be fixed. I find it amusing how I take a lot of interest in things that I have no desire to really get into, but I'll still learn about them. I was mentioning this earlier about a show that would have been making characters based off of real-world events which they were born during. Again, that's the kind of thing that I would not really actually give time to look into, but if there were like videos like here's some clips from the show, here's some information about it, then yeah, I'd look into it. I checked that video out. I think this might be wrong too. What? Why did it do that? Why did it do it to me? Rude. Gotta line this up. Get rid of this. As a matter of fact, get rid of this too. And this. This. Show me. I gotta see. Is that right? Does that look right? Maybe it could bear to be lowered a little bit. That looks a little more correct. That looks like it actually lines up with the hilt there. So we're good. Great, now I gotta figure out where everything else is. That, yes, lovely. What was this? Yes. Guess I'll name that what it is. This is wall shadow. Gotta keep track of these things. There's so much going on. Excuse. This can go. I don't need that anymore. I think that's the only things that I took off. Alright, now this guy looks like he's wearing a two-piece sweater. You know what I'm talking about? Where you get the sweatpants and the sweatshirt and they're both the same color. I used to wear that a lot in middle school because that's what my parents got me. And when I say my parents, I mean my mother. My dad never bought me clothes, really. Because he was never around. Don't take that as a statement of resentment against my dad, though. I actually really like him a lot. He's a good dude. What layer is this? Okay, so this should be linked with the flora there. What the fuck is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. What's left? We'll call that. Reminder. Venus flytraps. Oh yeah. Whoops. I didn't make those happen. Maybe I still can. I'll think about it. Good reminder. Little Sykes, what are these? Okay, I know what that's supposed to be. Right, so right now, player 1, Cape version 1.0. Actually, this should be considered 1.1 because Cape 1.0 is already there. There's Cape 1.0. Look at that. Beautiful, majestic, regal. Love it. Here is Cape 2.0. Alright, you ready for this? Is it gonna blow your mind? It's not. It's just gonna be standard Cape procedure. Alright, so the plan is to use the smudge tool, right, to make a really fascinating looking cape. I probably shouldn't have bothered adding this orange in just yet. But wait, there's more. So this isn't going to be the final of this cape, right? This is kind of just like a preliminary. This is preliminary cape design right here. But we can hide this layer now. So it looks pretty cool, right? But it doesn't look like this. You see? This is all pixels, and this is, I mean, these are pixels too if you get close enough. Yeah, those are pixels. But they're smooth. It transitions smoothly. There's nothing rough, there's nothing grainy about it. However, if you pay attention here, you'll see much of the same sort of thing happening, right? That's what the smudge tool looks like. Same with down here. You get close enough, yeah, that looks like the smudge tool went over there and got some details thrown on it. So what's going on? Why does this look so cool, and yet this not look like that at all? Well, what happened was I made this layer so that way I could trace over it in my pixel art style, and it's gonna look really fucking cool. Primo psychedelia. These are the tips and tricks. Copyrighted techniques. Do not steal. I'm just kidding, I don't give a rat's ass. If it doesn't make money for me, it's not going to make money for you. So don't even worry about whether or not you're stealing these ideas from me. Steal them. Do it. Steal my art while you're at it. Just do it, because it's not going to do you any good anyway. That was the worst honk I've ever done. Honk! There we go. We're good. The honk still works. I'm still honking good. Yeah, just gotta fucking solidify my clown brand. Let everyone know that I really do believe myself to be a huge moron. Hence why the clown. The absurdity for trying it all. Because that's what the clown is. Clowns are the kind of, they're an archetype that makes fun of the hero. The hero tries and is defeated despite his best efforts. The clown is kind of just a mockery of the hero having tried it all. How ridiculous. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Man. It's not necessarily strain on my eyes right now, but looking at these colors, especially this orange, it's really fucking with me right now. It's mostly because there isn't any daylight out. I need to go turn a light on. I turned the light on at my desk right now, but that fucks with me even more, because then I see the dust on my screen, and that annoys me. I don't want to fucking bother. I can't be bothered taking that dust off. I've done it 100,000 times. I don't want to do it 100,000 more. Dust forever. Eternal dust. I'm gonna go turn a light on so that way this doesn't fuck with my eyesight right now, because it's fucking with me hardcore. It's playing pranks with me, bro. Oh no, did I just say bro? Rip. The problem with saying bro is you start saying it ironically and then you just start saying it. And then you become a bro. This is the end of Alden Clappett as you know him. He's gonna become Alan, some basic Alan Smith. Your classic bro. Classic old Alan Smith, bro. Oh man, Alan Smith. Classic. That's classic by Alan Smith. He's such a bro. Please make it stop. No, I don't want to be a basic bro. And other such nonsense like that. Let's see if we can't like squeeze some forbidden colors into this cape. Forbidden color. This is a red cape. We're putting green in there. Forbidden color. This is a red cape. We're putting this eyesore of blue in there. then we just go back in with some deep purpley red. That's looking a little better. Maybe just subdue that a little bit. Let me break out the red. I don't like that streak there. Trying to make this look a little more wild. And out of control. Here we go. Now that looks pretty neat. But it's nowhere near done. But I think I am done for the night, more or less. This is gonna have to wait until tomorrow. I think I'm gonna work on music. I already gave a little demonstration of the music that I make yesterday at the end of the stream, so if you want to know what that looks like, you're just gonna have to check the YouTube channel or the VOD or whatever. Otherwise, I'm gonna wish you a good night, and I'm going to get back to literally anything else. So, good night.